So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover in this video includes this potentially big deal between Sony and Netflix to combat Game Pass, PlayStation Portable Revival was in high demand after yesterday's news, and PlayStation 5's full backwards compatibility was called out by Xbox boss Phil Spencer. First, let me know if you guys want Sony to release a new PlayStation Portable or not. We're going to talk about what happened yesterday, but I'm curious where you guys land on this topic. Do PlayStation fans want a PlayStation Portable console anymore? So comment below. Do you want a new PlayStation Portable console or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, PlayStation 5 full backwards compatibility being called out. Reading from Video Game Chronicle, earlier this week, Xbox boss head Phil Spencer appeared on the Kind of Funny Games cast to discuss Xbox's ongoing efforts to improve access to its older games and called on the wider games industry to improve the way in which it approaches preservation. I do worry a little bit about losing our art form and the history of it, he said. When I think about old ROMs and MAME and these things of where these old games are going to go as the hardware that's capable of running those games, I really wish as an industry would come together to help preserve the history of what gaming is about so we don't lose the ability to go back. As an industry, I would love it if we came together to help preserve the history of what our industry is about so we don't lose access to some of the things that got us to where we are today and built this industry. That would be a cool thing. So the industry that he's talking about is really Sony and Nintendo because PC has the ability to play older titles no problem because it's all PC. Phil Spencer has highlighted the Xbox's backwards compatibility capability a lot, especially at the start of this generation and over the years, and how it looked to me personally, I want to stress the word personally, is Phil highlighting older titles because they at one point, Xbox being here, they at one point stopped producing big, high quality new titles with things like FPS boost, etc. It was especially needed at the start of this generation because to this day, Xbox Series XS still haven't gotten anything like PlayStation 5 or just PlayStation in general in terms of new games. They have been relying heavily on backwards compatibility to bolster content on the new consoles. But with that to the side, I'm not against Sony working on a way to improve legacy titles and bring back access to the masses because of course not everyone has played everything from the past. Right now, PlayStation Now is the only way to do that, and the service has gotten a lot better from my experience, but I can't remember the last time Sony added a new PlayStation 3 or PlayStation 2 title. Where's Resistance 1 and 2? Where's the original MotorStorm? Where's Pacific Rift, Sony? You gotta add those to the service. But getting back to the story, Jim Ryan mentioned last year something cool was on the way for PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus, and we have yet to see what that is. A lot of people have been guessing it's combining the two services into one, but we don't know anything on that front yet, of course. This story also wasn't all positive for Xbox. On that side, people were calling out Phil Spencer about DRM when it comes to legacy titles, which as we know aren't really running off the disc, but are digital titles you download off the Microsoft Store. The disc is essentially just a key. People are asking for offline play for legacy titles. They want the games to run off the disc instead of being dependent on digital and of course DRM. Going back to Sony, hopefully we'll get to see those quote-unquote cool things coming to PlayStation Now and PlayStation Plus this year, considering Jim Ryan mentioned this last year. Now, diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation Portable PS5 Revival. So this was interesting yesterday, but also was kind of sad. Yesterday, we saw the official reveal of the Steam Deck, which is Valve's new handheld console. The portable console is packed with technology, including the use of the RDNA 2 architecture that's present in the PlayStation 5 and Series X. I'll have a link in the description for the specific specs, but getting back to the story, the Steam Deck was clearly announced yesterday to combat the Nintendo Switch OLED model because pre-orders for the OLED model went live yesterday as well, so Valve wanted to get in there just in time to take some of the shine, which it did, and take some of the customers, which we'll have to wait and see if that happens, but there was definitely a lot of interest from a lot of people, including myself. But while this was all going, PS Vita, PlayStation PlayStation Portable loyalists came out on Twitter and Reset Era and probably other places as well, calling out Sony to make another PlayStation Portable console. For example, we had ex-IGN, ex-Kinda Funny Games, currently of Last Stand Media, Colin Moriarty, come out on Twitter and say this as a response to the whole Steam Deck announcement: Sony, make a new handheld, please, with of course all the clap emojis in between to elevate the emphasis. Apparently the PlayStation Vita was also trending, which got people excited but then sad, because then they realized it was just trending because of the Steam Deck. All this to say, there's clearly a market for this, for PlayStation fans, for a new PlayStation Portable. The only issue Sony has is content. They can't push out consistent content on a PlayStation Portable console. They would rather focus that effort on the PlayStation 5, which I support, honestly. We do, however, know that Sony is hiring for a mobile part of PlayStation first party, but that's seemingly focused on mobile phones, not dedicated hardware like PlayStation Vita was. The only way I see a new PlayStation Portable happening is if Sony makes a portable handheld capable of playing scaled down PlayStation 5 titles, so Sony don't have to focus on the portable console specifically, which is probably possible now looking at something like the Steam Deck, but there's probably other things I'm missing in this equation to get this ball rolling. But you guys let me know if you're thinking of buying a Steam Deck or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, a PlayStation and Netflix deal, which is big if it's true. Reading from website Comic Book, yesterday a new report revealed that Netflix is planning to start offering video games in what would presumably be a similar service to Xbox Game Pass, which is often referred to as the Netflix of video games. Fast forward a day, and now there's a reason to believe PlayStation may be involved in this ambition. Over on Twitter, data miner Steve Moser relays word that Netflix's new gaming initiative is codenamed Shark, which is represented by a shark fin image in their iOS app. Where does PlayStation come into play? Well, according to Moser, the same files contain a custom icon for PlayStation 5 controllers and an image of Ghost of Tsushima, a 2020 PlayStation exclusive from Sony-owned studio Sucker Punch Productions. For now, we are in deep speculative territory, but if what Moser found is legit, it does seem to suggest the two companies are working together for whatever this new initiative is. If this is the case, the question then becomes, is PlayStation a mere partner, or is it helping spearhead this as an equal? The answer to this question could determine how big of a deal this is, whatever it is ends up being. So this could be big for Sony because it means a gigantic range of people, being the Netflix audience, could potentially get access to PlayStation titles, meaning, of course, new fans for Sony franchises. What would be even bigger is if Sony and Netflix are actually working on this together, with Sony helping the creation of the service. Could PlayStation Plus subscribers or PlayStation Now subscribers get Netflix bonuses? Could Sony potentially be combining PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now, and Netflix could be a side addition, boosting the service so you don't have to pay for Netflix independently? These are all theories right now, but there clearly seems to be something going on between Sony and Netflix that could be as small as some PlayStation titles landing on the Netflix game streaming service to as big as Sony and Netflix working on the service together. The Verge cites Bloomberg on their article on this topic, stating, according to Bloomberg, Netflix could offer games right next to its other streaming content within the next year, listed as a new genre, just like documentaries or anything else, without charging extra for the experience. So within the next year isn't far, so I assume we'll be hearing more about the Netflix service and potentially Sony's involvement sooner rather than later. But you guys let me know if you care about Sony titles landing on Netflix or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "The streaming wars continue." Obviously, this is in relation to this potential Sony and Netflix deal, and of course their fight against, I guess, Game Pass here, even though Sony still has PlayStation Now. Either way, the streaming wars continue. If you're excited to see the future of all of this, destroy the comment section with "The streaming wars continue," and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.